Okay, good morning, everybody. Good morning, traders. Andy Demi here from the London Trading Institute. So, hope you guys are well. Hope you're having a good Friday. So, in today's video, I'm going to be speaking about Bitcoin. I'm going to be updating you on what I think is going to happen on Bitcoin, what's happened already since our last update, and I'm seeing some interesting signals right now that I want to go through with you and show you how they've kind of acted in the past and how they might help us make future decisions. Okay, so let's get to it. Now, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're new to our channel, and do join us on the Crypto and FX Traders Club. I'll put a link in the description and the comments if you want to be part of our trading community. Okay, and please hit the like button if you're enjoying our content. So let's get to it, guys. Let me bring up my chart. So firstly, I want to show you the daily chart. Okay, and this is what's happening on the daily. So obviously we've had a really nice bounce, from these lows. We hit 32,000. Everyone was kind of expecting it to go to 30,000. It didn't quite get there. And then everybody was expecting it to go to 40,000 and then hold, right? Now, here's the thing that I want you to know. When everybody's expecting something, and I kind of said this in our Facebook group at the time, it's almost certainly like it's not going to happen, because not everybody can be right. In fact, one of the clues is when you're looking at social media and everybody's talking about a certain level, well, you can almost be sure it's probably not going to be the level that is going to hold, whether it's on the buy side or the sell side. So just bear that in mind. Most people are wrong in the markets, and institutions take advantage of that, and big players take advantage of that. So anyway, so we've had a good bounce, right? And now I guess that the question is like, people are wondering, like, is this it? Are we going back up now? Well, let's explore. Let's explore, right? So the first thing is like, let's just kind of consider what's happened. So we've had this kind of really strong trend, right, where we're generally making these kind of lower lows and lower highs. And here's a high point, a lower high point, here's a low point, a lower low point. And we've had this kind of push where we've got pretty much an equal high point right now. Now, some people might even look at that and think, well, is that going to be like a head and shoulders pattern, right? And then the market goes higher. I mean, it could be. It probably won't be, if I'm being honest, but it could be, right? It could be. It's still got that. It's still a kind of part there. But what we're wondering now, and I'm going to come back to the daily in just a minute, is where is it going next? Now, I found an interesting signal. I'm going to show it to you on the 4-hour chart. And it's this, right? It's the MACD. Okay, again, using the MACD. And what I found is that if you have a look here, the market has basically done this kind of like, almost like a slightly higher high. And then look at the MACD. The MACD has divergence. Okay. Now, you might think, okay, well, that's great. So that's a bearish signal. So when the indicator is diverging with the price action, that's a bearish signal. Now, I want to show you what happened in the past. Have a look at this one here. Very, very similar pattern, right? Can everybody see? You've got this, again, this double top, right? Let's go slightly higher. And then look, market diverges. And then the market goes down, right? So let's see if that happened in the past again. Well, let's have a look. Well, it did, right here. So look, this again, slightly higher high. Look at that, divergence. Market has a big drop, right? And actually, I think there's even more examples of this, if I'm not mistaken. So this one is a more aggressive one, I believe. No, actually, that was an equal one. So this one, I think this one we already did. This one was a slightly different one. We definitely had some divergence there. Well, it looks like, yeah, it's equal there. And this one, this is almost like, again, very similar one where we had that higher high, divergence, big drop, right? So I'm kind of pointing this out because that's really where we are right now, okay, on the 4-hour time frame. Now, I want to specify something here. A lot of these examples here, admittedly, the market was below the 200 EMA here. So it's not exactly like for like, okay? It's not exactly like for like. However, we have to take into account this signal and think, well, maybe the market's going to have a push lower. Now, I'll be honest, I'm short, okay? I've shorted pretty much, I've not got my charts open, but pretty much from the high, okay? So 45,500 approximately. So I'm pretty much short from here. And at the moment, I've got a take profit of 41,850. Okay. Now, I may change it. I may even get out before that. But that's where my take profit is. And if I just show you where that is, it's about here, right? About there. Why have I chosen that? Well, look, this here was a very, very good, and when I mentioned this in the previous Bitcoin update, if you haven't watched that first, because you'll kind of get a bit more information. I can put that also in the description. So here, look, the market was acting as really, really great resistance. And then as soon as this breaks, this becomes a natural support around here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we went down and then bounced up to maybe go and test another high point. Now, obviously, this is like, this is the first stage of it. But if this pattern repeats, we'll probably get a more significant move down, right? So all the previous examples that I've shown you, you've seen dramatic drops with this divergence indicator. So here's the thing that I would be doing. This area here can become a potential buy area, okay, if you've got enough confluence. However, if we were to break below, okay, and, break below this kind of structure here and end up below this point, there's a good chance that we're going to start to wave down and have another attempt at these lows, okay? And we'll kind of get to that when it's happening, and I'll keep you guys updated with what I think. So this is where we are right now. Now, if I just show you the daily chart, because I've also found something interesting on the daily chart as well. So we have this kind of support line there, diagonal line. And if we take this up and, I'm just going to use this kind of as a parallel line. And let me just hopefully do that. There we go. So I'm going to use that and I'm going to use that. Here's an interesting development. According to the daily chart, we are actually above this channel here, which really, really is quite bullish. I mean, equally, we have this kind of bearish candle formation. So what we'd want to kind of see is we'd want to see a bullish candle formation somewhere here. Now, we can also use Fibonacci. So, for example, if we just take a high point from here and this low point, we can start to find areas where the market might hold. Now, this is a really good one. I mean, I think this is a really great potential buy zone right there. Why? Because we're at the 40,000 level and it's the 618. That could be a really nice. So I just wonder if this is going to kind of just range a bit and then possibly we make that attempt back towards that 50K level. And you've also got this area here, so which goes and touches this old resistance that becomes support. So I think here is going to be an interesting area, and you could probably find a nice diagonal support there as well for a potential move higher. So don't be surprised to kind of see this just range a little bit. It's, and you can see already that range has kind of began there as well. So there's kind of like a really important decision point right now. So we've kind of got, I think the idea of the push lower and then higher kind of makes sense to me, because the 4-hour signal has been pretty good in general, right? The 4-hour signal has been pretty good in general. So it kind of makes sense to me that we do at least, 40,000 is about here, right? On the 4-hour chart. Let's plot that. Yeah. It would be slightly below this, but remember this could also like just low test and then bounce. So I would definitely be looking at kind of anywhere really in this block here to find some support for a potential, at least a short-term buy. And then if this kind of breaks, then I'll be looking for the move lower. Okay. So that's kind of it really, guys. That's really my Bitcoin update. Like I said, you can see it's starting to have a little bounce there. So I'm going to keep an eye on this. I may even just take profits here and then, keep an eye on it and see if I can kind of catch it. The volatility bands have been working very well for day trading. So sometimes it's quite a good idea. You can take some profit, look for the bounce and look to try and get in again, especially as we've kind of identified that most likely we are ranging right now. You can take advantage of like that kind of move, where it goes above the average, above the mean in terms of volatility. And then we can basically take advantage by selling at a high price. Okay, guys, so I'll be monitoring it. I've got my alerts in. I've got my all my kind of notifications popping up left, right, and center throughout the day. Yeah, and by the way, guys, thank you for your response to the 21-day challenge that I basically put out yesterday. A lot of you are taking it on. A lot of you are already doing that kind of routine. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out yesterday's video. I'll also put a link at the end of this video so that you can click on it and go and watch it. But basically, it's all to do with, how to get a winning mindset, because knowing all this stuff that we're talking about now is one thing, but you need to be able to make money from it. You need to have the right mindset to profit from these kind of ideas. So that's all from me today, guys. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed today's video, and subscribe to our channel if you're new to us. If you want to, of course, I'm not going to force anybody to do that, but we'd love to have you here with our community and join us at the Crypto and FX Traders Club. Otherwise, most importantly, have a great weekend. Good health to you all. Good trading, good investing, and I'll catch you again soon. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.